How would you like to increase your conversion ratio to an industry standard best? Hi, this is Todd Baker, DFW Mortgage Master, and I have been able to maintain an industry standard best conversion ratio. And in this week's Tuesday Tips, I want to share with you how I do that. Knowing the marketplace and the actual data is critical to your success. You need to be a sponge of podcasts and information concerning the housing market. And anything that has to do with interest rates or the economy, you need to read those articles, you need to understand those articles, because here's why. You're going to be sitting in someone's living room on a listing presentation or on the phone with a potential buyer, getting them to sign a buyer's rep agreement and that initial call you have. And there's going to be a series of common objections that are based on what people hear in the news media, which is mostly very negative and mostly entirely based on disinformation. So knowing the actual data is going to be a huge help. And here's a point, in fact, I'm going to show you today why the housing market is in fact not headed towards a recession, even though there's many people that believe that. But knowing this data in this video will help you the next time you face this objection. So let me show you what I mean. So first off, more economists see a soft landing. If you look in January 2023, 61% believe there'll be a recession in the next 12 months. And frankly, I actually believe that going into 2023. But what happened is I got involved with housing data analysts and Keeping Current Matters and other groups. There's several things I listen to weekly to get data from. And it became obvious that just because there were layoffs at Amazon or the shipping industry or inflation was high, particularly in the food sector, doesn't mean we're automatically going into recession. But look how that's shifted. Now it's the exact opposite. Only 39% think we're going to have a recession, and 61% say no. So even in the economists have shifted perception. So their perception is no recession, but there's more data. Their perception equals no recession, but there's more data. Check this out. Unemployment rate nears all-time low. So this is the 2008 financial crisis that caused a huge glut of inventory into the market that created a foreclosure crisis, and it was the high inventory and the high unemployment that then dropped home prices. The 75-year average in the United States is 5.7. We're at 3.7%. And so that's really low. That means most people are working and can't afford to buy. Let's look at the other data point. These are the projections for unemployment rate. It's expected to stay low at below 4%. Look at this, all the way through 2026. Okay, so there's some good data. So what do you do with this data? So when you're on the phone or in person meeting with either a seller or a buyer, and they say, we don't think it's the right time to sell, or we don't think it's the right time to buy because we think there's going to be a recession, you can literally say, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I discovered is none of the data indicates that. Let me show you the actual data. And then you go down with what economists believe, where the unemployment rate's at, where it's at historically, and what the projection is, and how without it. And then you could also dovetail that. We didn't even talk about it here, but the low inventory. It's completely opposite of the last time we had a housing crash, which we've had one in the last 75 years. And that was high inventory, high unemployment. Right now we have low unemployment, low inventory. There's not going to be a recession in the housing market. Use this data to your advantage. If you need help converting your prospects, give them over to me. When you guys bring me on your team, you literally bring an added sales mastery team to your group, to your team, to help you convert more leads. That's what we do when we partner up with real estate agents. We team up and we help become part of your sales force. So thanks so much. Have a great day.